Hello geometry students, today's learning target is to talk about a secant tangent angle and how it's related to the arcs. So let's draw a diagram for this problem. So remember, a tangent just touches the circle, so that red line is called a tangent. And then I'm going to draw this secant line. And some people do extend this tangent, so you might see that tangent line extended. And this angle, I'll call it angle A, is called the secant tangent angle. And notice that the vertex is on the outside of the circle. So this has the same relationship as the secant. You'll take the big arc, so we'll call this the big arc, and we'll subtract the small arc, call the gray one the small arc, and divide by 2. So it's the same relationship, the big arc minus the small arc, and we're going to divide by 2. And the reason it's the same relationship is the vertex is outside the circle, as in the previous example in secant angles. So let's take a look at problem number 2. Again, it's the big arc, so the big arc here is 190. The little arc is 68. So we'll say 190 minus 68, divide by 2. Make sure you use parentheses on your calculator. Doing that, we'll get 61 degrees is equal to the measure of angle R. So in problem number 3, we know the big arc is 162. We want the little arc, so I'll call that X, and I know the angle is 40. So I'm going to say the large arc, 162, minus the little arc, X, over 2 is equal to 40. I'll put this over 1 and cross multiply. So 162 minus X is equal to 80. We'll subtract 162 from both sides. So negative X is equal to negative 82. Divide by negative 1. And the little arc is 82 degrees. So let's take a look at problem number 4. We know the big arc is 22x minus 1. We know the little arc is 9x plus 3. So it's going to be the big arc minus the little arc divided by 2 is equal to the angle. And when you do this problem, make sure you distribute that negative. So 22x minus 1 minus 9x minus 3 over 2 is equal to 50. You combine like terms. So when you combine the 22x and the minus 9, you get 13x. When you combine negative 1 and negative 3, you get minus 4 over 2 is equal to 50. We'll divide that by 1 and cross multiply. So 13x minus 4 is equal to 100. We'll add 4 to both sides. So 13x is equal to 104. Divide by 13. And we'll get x is equal to 8. Now for this particular problem, I wanted the length of ML. So we got to be a little careful here. We want ML. So the first thing I need to do is I need to find the measure of JM. So JM is 22 times 8 minus 1, which is 175 degrees. Then I need to find the measure of JL, which is 9 times 8 plus 3, which is 75 degrees. And I know a full circle adds up to 360. So now I need to add 75 and 175. Doing that on my calculator, I get 250 degrees. So as a result, the measure of ML is going to be 360 minus 250, or 110 degrees. We're going to cross off problem number 5. That is actually tomorrow's lesson. So we're going to cross off problem number